Now back to our story on Sammy Nuckolls, the charismatic man of God who went from praying with his parishioners to praying on them. Andrea Isom's here now with details.
Matt, the women in Sammy's congregation started to find it weird that he was always offering a place to stay, a shower to clean up in. But not even they were ready for what police would find hiding in Sammy's house. The traveling evangelist with alluring charisma promises to save souls and ease the burden of sin.
Everybody say, I will obey.
Turns out he's a perv pastor with a taste for coveting his neighbor's wife, or, in this case, his close friends and devoted followers. This stunning footage showing Sammy Nuckolls' menacing MO, secretly videotaping unsuspecting women in various stages of undress, strategically placing a spy pen camera in locations throughout the bathroom, capturing images of countless women until one victim, a parishioner, brought Sammy to his knees.
A woman in Arkansas found a pen camera in his toiletry bag in her bathroom, and she put it in her computer and saw that it was her taking a shower.
The betrayed follower of Sammy Nuckolls went to police, armed with the images. The traveling evangelist is stopped in his tracks. He's placed under arrest, busted, and praying for mercy.
We found about 17, 18 video files of women in bathrooms, undressing, getting ready to take a shower. He's clearly seen doing it in almost every instance.
In this video, the ruthless Sammy Nuckolls takes less than 1 minute to set up not one, but 2 spy cams before luring another unsuspecting victim along with her infant child.
The biggest thing about the case is the premeditation, the care he took. He set up the stage, set up the scene.
I had calls from other people asking about Sammy, like, did you hear what happened?
The Fishers, ever loyal to Sammy, were reluctant to cast judgment on their close friend and spiritual leader.
Surely it's got to be a mistake. He does a lot of magic tricks. I know he has all these different gadgets that he uses, and so something must have gone wrong.
They wanted to hear it from Sammy himself.
I ended up calling Sammy after that phone call because I really wanted to not be accusatory.
And just as Adam had thought,
he began explaining to me how he was trying to do a magic trick and it just went wrong.
The ever-trusting Adam found it hard to believe Sammy Nuckolls was nothing more than a prayerful perv. Until the local sheriff wanted to speak with the Fishers. It turns out the dirty trick was on them as well.
And we actually called the sheriff. He sent us through email a still shot of one of the videos. It was Ashley.
Soon, a sickening series of videos would emerge. Ashley had been one of several women across the country being secretly videotaped naked by Sammy Nuckolls. Remember Sammy's insistence that his guests take showers? It was all part of a kinky plan to get women into the bathroom where the cameras were set up.
They had a guest bathroom, but the women were never allowed to shower in the guest bathroom because the drain was always messed up and it was always clogged. And so he would let the women take a shower in their master bath.
Even a pregnant Ashley didn't stop Sammy.
My first daughter, that was honestly the most violating of all of the videos.
Sammy Nuckolls had used the power of the pulpit, his position as a man of God, to win the trust of his followers.
First of all, it's really easy to get that kind of a recording device in front of anyone. It's a pen. You could put a pen in your pocket and nobody would really know unless they're looking closely. And really, more importantly, it's a matter of trust that he developed between his victims.
From the first time that I ever entered their home, that was his objective of our friendship.
And looking back, I realized there's a lot of different red flags that I could have noticed, but just kind of threw to the side because, he was a traveling evangelist. I mean, you can trust those guys.
It was all part of Sammy's sick strategy. Man of prayer, master of perversion.
He wasn't just grooming them, he was also grooming their boyfriends and husbands and fiancés to get them to be compliant along with them.
A painful realization for Adam Fisher.
He was in the ultimate position as a full-time evangelist to completely fool people. I really had to block out our whole friendship because it was all fake.
We've had position of authority cases before, but never somebody that manipulated their position like Sammy Nuckolls did.
I personally find your behavior sickening and despicable.
In the end, Pastor Sammy Nuckolls was charged with multiple counts of video voyeurism. Now he had to answer to a jury of his peers, as well as a higher power, the one sitting up there on the bench.
First time I've ever heard the expression video rape, but I suppose that's what it is.
Even this seasoned Southern judge, Gerald Chatham, found himself stunned at Sammy's evil deeds, trying hard to understand his sick obsession.
I haven't heard in this hearing what I really wanted to hear. I really wanted to hear that you were suffering from some type of disease or some form of psychosis that we could send you off and get you some treatment and get you well. I hadn't heard that. 14 different victims that have been hurt, their families decimated, their lives probably forever scarred.
Scars that were still clearly visible and audible from Sammy's victims sitting in the courtroom. In the end, a Mississippi jury delivered swift justice to those victims. Nuckolls was convicted of 13 counts of video voyeurism. Judge Chatham stunned the court, announcing that Sammy had been twice convicted in Arkansas on similar charges and had other cases pending in Virginia and Texas. The traveling minister, it seemed, had laid a trail of depravity far and wide. Judge Chatham called Sammy a danger to society and sentenced him to 10 years.
These victims out here, that includes your former wife. I hope that somehow this experience for them they'll find to be therapeutic and that those scars will soon heal.
Ashley's case could not be prosecuted. The statute of limitations had run out, but other women were able to tell their stories of humiliation.
I felt betrayed. He was a mentor in my life as a believer, and so I turned to him for a lot of advice. He gave me books on sexual purity when I was a young girl, when I was as young as 13.
Now Sammy Nuckolls finds himself on a journey to criminal damnation, paying penance behind bars.
I can start to heal now. You know, it's been 315 nights that I've had nightmares about this person.
For Ashley Fisher, the scars are eternal.
When I get up to sing on Sunday morning in front of a large crowd of people, I think, what are they thinking? You know, have they seen me on the internet somewhere? I'll have to battle those things for the rest of my life.
Last year, Nuckolls tried to get his 10-year sentence reduced. The judge said, not a chance. He's also been ordered to 10 years of treatment and monitoring when he's released, and will, of course, have to register as a sex offender. Matt?
Thanks, Andrea. And right now on our website, 3 tips on how you can protect yourself from being caught on a hidden camera. That's at crimewatchdaily.com. And here's what else is still ahead today.